Our form lately, guys, has really dropped off. We have lost 3 of our last 4 games in the league, and I think any chance of promotion may well be gone. But today we have 2 league games, 2 tough matches. Let's get into today's episode and find out quite what's gone on and see how we do. Welcome back then, guys, to the Red Devil Revival here on LS Plays FM, and now for episode 18 of our series with Kaiserslautern. Now, as I just mentioned in the intro, things haven't been going quite so well since last time out. Our form has really dropped off, and I think probably any chance of promotion may well be gone. But guys, if you missed the previous episode when we went for our January signings and sales and also took on Nuremberg in the league, there'll be a link right above me for you to click on to go back and watch that video. And of course, guys, if you do enjoy today's episode, do make sure to drop a like onto it. As I always say, it always matters to help the channel out. And if you're looking forward to seeing any more of my content here on YouTube, such as my FM21 tactics videos, experiment videos, the latest which should have gone live yesterday, my 500 years part 2 video, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. Now then though, guys, let's get properly into today's video. And as I say, our form, it hasn't been great. If we go into our schedule, of course, last time out we faced Nuremberg. We had a very, very decent 2-0 win at home against them. Then we went, though, on a 3-game losing streak where we only managed to score 1 goal across those matches. It wasn't great whatsoever. We took on Darmstadt first of all away. A tough game, all things considered. However, we went 2-0 down within the first 35 minutes. Then Darmstadt, straight at half-time, had a player sent off. So we had a chance, and yet we scored 1 goal and did barely anything even after the red card. It was a really, really disappointing game. We then faced Bielefeld at home. Bielefeld, who were 3rd or 2nd at the time when we faced them. We lost 2-0. I was perfectly okay with that. They are a better team than us, all hands down. So it was not unexpected that we lost there. We then took on Bochum away, and another loss here, a 1-0. It was a really cagey game. It probably should have been a draw, all things considered, and yet they scored just before half-time and we couldn't get ourselves back into it. So at that point, it was 3 defeats on the bounce. Things weren't looking good. I had a team meeting with the lads and everything to try and G up the morale. And then thankfully, we took on St. Pauli in a difficult game and we beat them 1-0. It was a really, really good performance, especially defensively. We looked really, really good at the back and we got the win that we needed. And then in the end, with those performances, guys, in the second Bundesliga, we sit currently in 7th position. We are on 33 points, but we are 14 points behind Stuttgart, who sit now in 3rd place. So today we do have a game in hand over them, but it's very, very unlikely. The main thing, though, is we are 13 clear of Sandhausen, who sit down in 16th. And today, our first game is up against Dresden, who sit in 17th. So we beat them. It really, really helps in terms of trying to aim to stay up. We also have to face Union Berlin, who sit just above us in the league as well. For the first game of today, as I say, is Dresden away. In terms of our team selection, we're going basically as strong as we can do for it, all things considered. It's Krapikas in net, Hubner, Kobold and Gimba. Unfortunately, at the moment, Ramos, our Brazilian centre-back, is suspended, so he's not available for this game. So it's Kobold sitting in as the middle of our 3 centre-backs. Butson at right back, Hercher is in at left back. In fact, no, he's not. Actually, I'm going to put in De Bock because Hercher's got a slight knock. So I'll put De Bock in at left back. I changed at very last minute there. It's then Kabai as the deep line playmaker with Erhardt. Salas and Ritter start as the 2 attacking midfielders with Mulitieri up front. In the previous few games, Previak's been really, really poor, so I've dropped him here for Mulitieri and we'll go with him instead. And I've dropped Previak entirely. He's now gone onto the bench and we're playing with 2 regular attacking midfielders in Ritter and Salas. Other than that, though, I'm pretty confident against Dresden here. We should be able to go and get all 3 points. They were really, really struggling in the league, and I'm hoping we can go and get a win here. Let's get the team submitted. We'll get into the game and hopefully go and get a good result. Of course, guys, as well, you probably would notice, once again, the video's out at 3 p.m. today, and hopefully, with being out at that new time, you all keep on watching anything like that. Last episode did pretty well, all things considered, with it coming at that earlier time, so it's looking pretty likely that it will keep going at 3 p.m. as the new regular time for the Red Devil Revival series. I'm going to say to the lads with this game, I know a lot of you were keen to avenge what happened last time we lost, unfortunately, the previous time we played Dresden. I'll just say I have faith in the midfielders and the attackers, and everyone seems pretty motivated going into this game. Dresden's form is somehow worse than our own. In their last 5, they got 1 draw and 4 defeats. For ourselves, it's 2 wins, 3 defeats, which doesn't look as bad on paper. We lose this game, it'll be 1 win in 5, which really won't be good whatsoever. But if we win it, it'll be 2 in our last 2. You know, things looking decent at that point, won't they? It all depends on how you want to try and spin the form charts and things like that. But here we go, away at Dresden. Let's get out into this game and hopefully get a good performance to start today's episode off and possibly get any chance of promotion back on the cards. If we don't get really 2 wins in these next 2 games, I think we can basically write promotion off, and it's just about staying up, getting top half, or as high up in the table as we can do. One big thing with the second Bundesliga and the actual Bundesliga itself is that in German football you get quite a lot of prize money at the end of the season. Oh no, Salas has now come up with an injury. He has been a little bit injury prone since he's arrived as Salas. A little bit disappointing. I'm going to get Prevolyak on. We'll put Ritter and Prevolyak and swap them over like so. Oh, that's not ideal. That is not ideal whatsoever. Salas, I was looking forward to playing him in that position, and as soon as we have done, he has come up with an injury. Can I just say, this game has been dead as anything. There's been no shots on target at half-time from either side. Defensively, we're doing our job very, very well, but we cannot create anything whatsoever. I'm going to go and thrash my arm, so it's not good enough at all. I'm actually going to swap Prevolyak and Mulletieri over. I think they're probably better off being that way round. And if by the 65th minute or so things still haven't changed, I will go 2 up to put Prevolyak and Mulletieri up together instead. I've been making that change quite consistently, and if this results in a goal, this will be awful play by us, because that was terrible, terrible passing play to give the ball away in such a stupid position just then. But hopefully we don't concede here. It's the first highlight of the actual game, it's worth knowing. De Bock, good header there. Come on, let's counter-attack. Prevolyak here. Come on, Mulletieri on the counter. He is quite pacey. Samuel Mulletieri is going all the way. Decent effort there from the young Italian stallion. There, not bad from him whatsoever. Still, it's 0-0, but that is the first highlight of the entire game so far. Completely dead one. Oh, I thought that was just going to float all the way in then after having flicked it on, but sadly didn't quite make it. Still, at least we've had 1 shot on target now. It only took 50 minutes nearly for it to happen. Crazy, crazy, boring game. Butson here. Decent ball. Mulletieri again. Come on, Samuel. Why is he shooting there? He could have played it across. Oh, dearie me. Not great from him there. Not great at all. Okay, Dynamo Dresden here. Puts it across. Hubner clears it. Come on, we're going to get another chance. We're definitely looking better in the second half. With Prevolyak and Mulletieri swapping over, things are definitely looking a lot better for the team here. Mulletieri, there's a lot of space out there on the right. He's found Butson. Come on. Niels Butson here. Get the ball into the box, mate. Okay, put it across to Ritter. Come on, Ritter. That is dreadful. That right there. If that's Ritter from last season, it's a goal. What was that? I thought that was the highlight, done and dusted. I wasn't even really focusing. I just saw in the corner of my eye a ricochet. I think it was Prevolyak. I mean, he took this like a man. Didn't even flinch. Ball gets kicked full pelt into his face. Oh my day! He doesn't even react. He's like bonk off his face, and it's all right, Mulletieri, have yourself that goal. I was gonna say if that was a Richard last season, he probably would have buried that into the back of the net. Unfortunately, because he's not doing very well morale-wise and form-wise, he didn't manage to score it. But thankfully, it didn't matter. Ritter here with a corner puts it in. Hubner. Come on, we are 2-0 up. That was a better goal than the first one. A good corner there from Ritter. Hubner with only his 2nd goal of the season. Next season, I do want to look for a centre-back who is really, really good in the air, so we can make more use of our set pieces, because I think this year we have struggled a bit more from them. We don't think we're as dominant in the air anymore as we were last season in comparison to the rest of the league. So that is definitely one thing I want to look to try and do next year. I may even look to try and put Gimba on some of the set pieces. Maybe I haven't really tried him out from those set pieces, so we'll see. Possibly that might be a thing to consider. Hang on, we've got the ball back. Is this going to be a chance for a third? Considering how quiet the first half was, no shots on target all half. Second half's been a lot better, that's for sure. Philip Erhardt here to De Bock, back to Erhardt, keeping the ball quite nicely in this passage of play. Kabay goes back to Gimba. As I say, we're keeping the ball nice, which is good, although as I say that, we're going to go and give it away with a stupid long ball. Absolutely awful attempted pass from Benedict Gimba there. Really, really poor. But we got the ball back. Kobold here. Up to Ritter. Come on, Marlon. What are you going to do with it, mate? He's going for a bit of a run at the moment. Going a little bit of a jog. And he plays it to Butson. Come on, Niels. Get it in the box. He's probably played back to Ritter running. He has done. Come on. He puts it across the Bock in a lot of space. What a finish from Lorenz de Bock, the January signing, our new left back. Really, really nice stuff there. And Ritter now his second assist of the game. Very good indeed. I'm going to sub off Kabay for Enzo Zidane. Straight swap. Just get him off the pitch. Rest him for the rest of the game. We can afford to rest him here. Another highlight. Crazy, crazy second half comparison. There's going to be a chance for a fourth here. Maybe it will be. Mulletieri on the counter. I suppose Dresden have to go for it a bit more. Come on, Mulletieri. Awful effort there. Absolutely atrocious. I was going to say, I presume Dresden, because of the fact that they're losing, probably having to go for it a lot more and take a few risks, and obviously that can help us with our counter-attacking style of play. We're going to make the final change, get Kobold off, or get Kevin Krause on. I'll swap Gimba and Krause over like so, and hopefully we'll just see the rest of this match out here. Highlight here, I presume it's just because of the tactical changes we were making, I would imagine. I don't think it's actually anything going to properly happen from this highlight here. Let's have a little look. Dresden keeping the ball. Erhardt, decent tackle. Doesn't win the ball back in the end, though. Come on, what are we going to do? Don't actually concede to Dresden. They haven't had a shot on target all half. Okay, we blocked it. It's gone for a corner. Is that the end of the highlight, or is it going to actually be a chance for it? No, it is the end of the highlight. Right, I'm going to make a few changes. We'll go fully time wasting, go more disciplined, and hopefully see the rest of the match out. Into stoppage time now. Is it going to finish with a 3-0 win? It is. I don't know quite if we really deserve it. I say that, we probably did. You look at the stats, Dresden had no shots on target all game. And obviously, we got a bit of luck to get the ball rolling with that first goal. But after that, we really put Dresden to the sword. So I will take a 3-0. Really good performance. Considering how poor we have been recently. Much, much better showing there from the lads. Now, locals, we've got to go and play Union Berlin at home in our next game. So I'll see you for that next match very shortly. Here we are then now for our second of our 2 games today. This time with Union Berlin. And we've had to make quite a few changes to the squad, which managed to just beat Dynamo Dresden. First of all, it's Krapickas in net, then Hübner, then it's Flavio Ramos, who comes back into the squad, but unfortunately Kobold's picked up a slight knock, so he drops to the bench currently. Gimba's at left centre-back. France has had to come in at right-back. Unfortunately for us, Butson's now got a knock as well. De Bock stays in at left-back after his goal. Enzo Zidane comes in at deep-line playmaker. Kabay has come down with another injury, so he's doing great currently. I think he's got a hamstring strain out for like 6 weeks. Erhardt stays at ball midfielder. Ritter and Mulletieri come in at attacking midfield. Previak goes in at front. Salas is out for at least 4 weeks, possibly longer. Again, another hamstring strain. Very, very frustrating news. But otherwise, I'm confident this team can possibly go and maybe nick a point here. With Union Berlin, we'll have to wait and see. I'll take a point definitely after the win in the previous game. 4 points from a possible 6 would be really, really good stuff. Of course, we can win even better. Now, in terms of the reaction I want to give to the lads, I'm going to go and point the finger and say, go out there and give these fans their money's worth. Other than Krapickas, no one cared. I say, I have faith in you to the rest of the lads. And everyone seems pretty good other than Francis and Hübner. Not bad whatsoever. So, of course, we've now got 2 wins on the bounce, which after 3 defeats in a row doesn't sound quite as bad. Berlin are on a very, very long winless run. They haven't won in their last 4 now. Only won 1 win in 5 games. Not great for them. It's worth noting the striker that Union Berlin have up front for them. His name is Yanni Seller. He's like a target man-esque player. He was available on a free transfer at the beginning of the season, and we had him on trial for like 4 weeks at the team, and I was very, very close to signing him. But in the end, I changed my mind because I just felt he wasn't the right type of player for our squad. But he's been doing okay over at Union, and inevitably now he will probably go and score against us here today. De Bock here, early-ish highlight, of course, a lot earlier than what it was in the previous game. Previak at that far post, and he nods it in for his 10th goal of the season. It now means that both Mulletieri and Previak have both hit 10 goals for the season. Definitely next season, regardless of what league we're in, whether it be this one, the first division, or the third Bundesliga, we need better strikers because, and I may well even look at changing up the tactics next season. We'll have to wait and see on it, but I just find although his tactic is good defensively, we just don't score enough goals, and it's proven by the fact that our 2 strikers, attacking midfielder players, they swap around in those positions, just haven't scored enough. They have not scored enough. It worked well at level below, but of course up against weak opposition, we were arguably on the stronger sides in the league. I just think we need to be scoring more goals, so I may well be looking to change that up come next season. But for the rest of the season, I'm happy to play in this style of play. Hubner there just heads over the bar. Unlucky there from Florian. But still, a very, very good opening 25 minutes in this game. Playing a lot better than I thought we would do, if I'm completely honest. So now I'm saying that there's a Berlin free kick, and it's been headed in, or put in even, headed away. Come on, Ritter. Come on, son. Let's go. Let's go and get a second goal. Is he going all the way here, Marlon? He certainly looks like it. He's gone for it. It's awful goalkeeping. That's not still Loris Karius in net for Berlin, is it? With goalkeeping? No, it's not. It's Luther, the Union Berlin keeper, of course, in real life. In the first season, Loris Karius is on loan at Berlin in the Bundesliga. Of course, in real life, Union Berlin having a very, very good year. I think they're up in the top 6 in the Bundesliga at this current point in recording. But for whatever reason, they haven't done very well, and they find themselves down here in the second Bundesliga, and we are currently 2-0 up against them here. A very, very good showing so far. Okay, not 2-0 anymore. They've just scored Marius... Oh, no, not Marius. Yeah, it is Marius. I thought it was Marius then, but no, Marius Bulter, I think. Bulter. I'm not too sure, but he's headed it in. It's 2-1. We have conceded, which means after the last 2 games of keeping clean sheets, we do not have that in this match here. A much, much more action-packed match. That is for sure. De Bock here, come on. Now Erhardt. Okay, what are we going to do with it? Inside to Enzo Zidane. He's getting one of his first starts in a little while. He will be leaving us in the season. Hang on, Prevelyak. Okay, I felt he's gone far too away. He somehow still got a shot away. I'm not too sure he managed that. I was saying that with Enzo Zidane. I'm choosing not to renew his contract. It's coming up at the end of the season, and he's after stupid money, and he wants to be a first-team starter, which he just isn't. So I will be letting him go come the end of the season. I've already set him for release in terms of his expiring contract. Now, he got in at half-time. It is 2-1. Very, very decent stuff indeed. I'm going to put my hands in pockets so you might be winning. Don't get complacent. As I said at the beginning, I will take a draw. If it ends up finishing 2-2, I won't actually be upset with that. Of course, we had a good start, but Berlin are a very, very strong side. They really, really are. They were expected to be one of the sides to go up, but they had a bit of an iffy season so far, so they don't find themselves up in those top 3 positions. But so far, so good in terms of this game. I see Francis is really struggling in at right back, so I'm going to sub him off for Diagne. I'm also going to sub off, I think, Flavio Ramos for Kobold. Make that double change. Nothing changing tactically, just personnel changes. I may even sub off Prevelyak for Jorge Galen. I think, in fact, we will do. I'll make that change into the last few minutes here. We'll get Galen onto the pitch. He has not done well. Really, really hasn't. And, okay, Marvin Friedrich scores from that corner. I thought it was a nothing highlight because we're making tactical changes, but he has scored. And in fact, actually, he scored at the end of the last time when we played Union Berlin. We won that game, I think, 2-1, and he scored in the 90th minute or so from a corner. And he's replicated it here in this game. Is the game going to finish as a 2-2 draw, or is there going to be a late chance? It looks like he's just going to run all the way through. Nothing at all happened. As I say, I was happy with the draw. I didn't really want to change it up and risk upsetting the game, really. It finishes a 2-2 draw. I will take it. I'll say you're unlucky. Some of the lads were bothered, some weren't. But that draw does mean we get up into 6th position. We stay just ahead of Union Berlin in league. We'll have a proper look at the league table in a second. And, of course, what we're going to come back for next time around. But 4 points from a possible 6. If I was told that at the beginning of the episode after our dreadful form previously, I would have snapped that up without a second thought, that is for sure. In terms of leagues, I say we're up there in 6th. We've got 37 points. We are 17 clear now of Sandhausen. They do have a game in hand. So looking very, very good. That is for sure. In terms, though, of our schedule, we're going to come back for the next episode, which of course will be on Friday. I think we'll play for the rest of March, and we'll probably come back for the Jan Regensburg game and the Holstein Kiel game. 2 tough games, and then basically what we'll find with that is if there's any chance still of promotion, then we'll know once those games have been played. If not, we may well then just look to probably finish off the season with maybe the final game of the season after that with Karlsruhe, but we will wait and see. But definitely next time out, guys, we'll be coming back for Jan Regensburg and Holstein Kiel for the next episode. Overall, though, guys, that just about wraps up this episode here today. And I'll be completely honest with you, despite the fact we threw away a 2-0 lead in that Berlin game, to get 4 points, as I've already said, against 2 tough opponents, one that was a must-win with Dresden and one that I was happy to get a point in, I'm very much satisfied. Defensively, we weren't 100%, of course, in that Berlin game. 2 stupid goals really conceded. But going forward, we're a lot better. 5 goals scored in 2 games. Because in fact, I was saying at the beginning of the Berlin game, we're not scoring enough. I do agree with that sentiment, because we go through patches where we don't score for bloody ages. but definitely much better stuff from the lads in these games here today. Hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do go and chuck a like down onto the video. As I always say, it massively does help out the channel. And if you're looking forward to seeing any more of my content here on YouTube, guys, such as my FM21 experiments, much like the 500 Views Later Part 2 video, which should be linked on the screen, or the Red Devil Revival series here at Kaiserslautern, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to notify when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.